Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Taking Weezing to the Top. Last episode we did end off with a couple of wins. We have a great win streak going on, so we're just going to jump in and see if we can keep this win streak going. Our position has naturally decayed a couple hundred positions, just from everybody else playing, everybody else getting a better elo. And match number one, a lower ranked player. I never like seeing the lower ranked players. They do always threaten to steal a lot of points from us. This looks like a slacking Weezing opening. I am scared of the Indeedee males. They can be faster than our slacking. Sneasler, we never like to see. Dragapult we've worked out isn't really that much of a threat to us. I do think this is an Annihilate game. I'm more inclined to go for Annihilate than I am Golden Go. And I also think Incineroar. I do think, just given they've got Pranks to use, well, Pranks is not going to count, but they've got two Psychic users. And with also a lot of physical attackers that we can intimidate with Incineroar. I do think it's an Incineroar game. So, I think that is going to be our options. It does provide us with a lot of pivoting. We may just pivot turn one straight into Incineroar, depending on what they pick. If they do take that Sneasler, Sneasler is annoying to fight against. He doesn't really threaten Weezing. And as long as we don't get a Terror on the Dragapult, we do pick up those one-shots. I imagine we're going to see Murkrow open first. The Murkrow will be with something, I'm not sure what. Potentially Sneasler. Or it may even be the Decidueye wants to get the Tailwind off, get the speed up for their team. I think if they do get the Tailwind off, we'll just slow the game down, play a bit slower, go for a few more protection pivots. Because I do think outside... No, it is a Sneasler. Now we know that Delphox is going to target Weezing. The close combat is going to come out into our into slacking. But do they predict that and go for the Psychic in the slacking slot? That's the question. I do think we need slacking, so I don't want to lose him yet. But the Sucker Punch threat on the Delphox is real. I do think if we can pull off the kill on the Delphox, we're in a better position. It is a Terror on the Delphox Fairy, I'm going to guess. It is Terra Fairy. So the Delphox will live this. We actually don't match up well into Terra Fairy at all. It is a fake out into Weezing. Actually, that's a lie. Weezing does match up very well into the Terra Psychic. That would have been a one-shot. Even without the crit, I'm fairly sure we still do get the one hit. And it is Dazzling Gleam. Very interesting. I do actually think this turn we can afford to protect. And now go for a Sludge Bomb into the Delphox. I am kind of worried about it going for Psychic on Weezing. I also don't want to pivot yet. I do want to get rid of this Delphox. I do think our play here is to aim into this Delphox. I'm not sure how well we take a Psychic. I've never tried to survive a Psychic from a Delphox. It is a close combat from the Sneasler. That is very predictable. If we can get rid of this Delphox, of course, do we survive? We do survive. This may pick up the kill, which will then let us switch. Well, we'll be able to protect and switch into our own Annihilate. It survives. I do think we just need to hard switch into Annihilate here. We do threaten the Sucker Punch on the Delphox, so I actually think this is our play. We can Sucker Punch into Delphox, and then we can Will-O-Wisp into the Sneasler. He does switch it out. I don't mind that. I do think if we can get this burn off, we'll be in a good spot. Sucker Punch does fail. He will get the close combat kill. But we will now get our Intimidator out on field. Unless we miss. So that is very unfortunate. I now actually think we might be in a bit of a bad way. They don't have their Terror. I'm not sure how much our Sludge Bomb does into their Decidueye. And I'm not sure whether I choose to go for damage or not. I think we will survive a close combat, or in fact I think we'll survive anything the Decidueye throws at us. So I do think the Fake Out with the Will-O-Wisp into the Decidueye is the play here. We break the Sash on the Sneasler, and if we can get this burn off, it is triple arrows, that is going to hurt. I believe that's a crit. It is. Decidueye do run crit builds, so that is very unfortunate for us. As long as we get this burn off though, we do hit this one. That is a much more important burn to hit. Now it does just come down to Weezing and Annihilate. We will save the Terror because I think the Terror on Annihilate is what's going to come in handy now. Decidueye, Sneasler, neither of them really threaten our Weezing, and both of them are faster. So I actually think we can get a Rage Fist off into the Sneasler fairly free. There might be knockoff on Decidueye. That wouldn't be great. It is a throat chop, so they don't really have a lot to threaten my Weezing. Decidueye is going to switch. If it does go into the Delphox, it is a free kill. Indeed, oh no, it is the Delphox. So we will pick up this kill for free. This I don't know if it's a kill. No, Rage Fist doesn't pick the kill up even after their defense drop. We do get the Delphox with the Sludge Bomb, so even if the Decidueye comes back in, we aren't really threatened by it now. And indeed he comes out. So the question now becomes, how do we kill this Indeedee? I think it's going to go for the Expanding Force. But do I think it's going to Expanding Force into Weezing or Annihilate? That's the question. Sneasler doesn't really threaten Annihilate here. He's only got Dire Claw. We could Terror out, but then he can hit us with a lot more moves. I think we have to Terror to survive this. Because we do need to get as much damage off as we can into this Indeedee. It is the double up. We do call that. It's a good thing we tear it out. We will survive another turn. That indeed he will not, however. So I think we're quite safe to go for the Rage Fist into the Indeedee. And even if they kill off Weezing now, I think we've done enough. This game is going to be very close, no matter how you look at it. He does get the paralysis. This could be very bad for us. It is the kill on the Weezing. It is only a tiny piece of health, but some is better than none. But I just don't think we have the damage now to deal with Sneasler and Decidueye. I do think this is a loss. We knew this had to come. It has been a very good run till now. But I think we'll play it out. I think we're going to play it out. If we pick up the kill on the Sneasler, which this will, maybe because his Decidueye's burnt, we stand a chance. No, he's just got too much damage. Well, game one done. Not a very good position. That is going to hurt us elo-wise. That is going to take us down a few notches position-wise. But we always play two. So as long as we can pick up another win, we should be in a good spot. Hopefully we pick up someone that's got a nice high rank for us, rather than someone with a lower rank than us. Alright, match number 2. That is the opposite of what we want to see. This will really hurt. Interesting. I think in this situation we open Incineroar and Weezing. That way if they open their Porygon to set the Trick Room up, we have a way around it. I don't mind seeing Komodo. Because Incineroar or Weezing, I think no matter what they open, that's a strong pair. Gives us some pivoting options. It means that we can stop their Trick Room. And for the late game, I don't know if I want Annihilate. Annihilate does well against the Ursaluna. I think that's about it. Ursaluna and Incineroar. Palafin's similar. Golden Go may be useful for the Komodo. Actually, Annihilate could be good for the Komodo. If the Komodo doesn't Terra, we're fine with slacking against it. If it does Terra, I think I want the fighting moves off Annihilate. So we'll go with this. I'm bringing Annihilate a lot at the moment. It does have some very favourable matchups. It's sad that we haven't seen Palafin for a little bit. There's a lot of Dragon types going around, and it's very hard to bring Palafin into the Dragon types. I could give it Ice Punch. And then it would be a lot safer to bring, but I would lose it to Wave Crash, which is one of its main damage dealing moves. Alright. We do have the Porygon and the Flamigo. And it's not the Porygon. I bet he's never seen that before. I think if I was him, I would aim pretty heavily into Weezing here. So I think we will go for the knockoff. And we will protect Weezing here. He could close combat, which will hurt. Into our Incineroar, but we do survive one from the Flamingo. I don't know if we survive one after a Hyper Voice though. We definitely don't have that health. And is the dual wing beat. So, that's okay. This should pick the Zoroark up. It does, and I think that's... we don't need the crit. Zoroark is a very soft Pokemon. It is cool to see it out. Oh, it's choice specs, no wonder it does so much damage. It is a really cool Pokemon, I have looked at it before. But my Weezing kind of ruins it. Here, I want a parting shot into the Ursaluna. And I'm going to Terra my Weezing. And get a burn on this Flamingo. This will block a Headlong Rush. And this, I mean, I imagine the last Pokemon's Porygon, so I don't overly mind losing my nose from the other Pokemon. They don't overly benefit. So I think this is the play. And I do think getting rid of this Flamingo is a very important thing, because it does threaten our Weezing. Close Combat does come out, which drops this Flamingo even further. We do get the burn off on it, so if it is sashed, that sash is now gone. And it was the Headlong Rush. Now the Ursaluna is burnt. I think this is where Slacking is going to shine. With the bird burnt, it's not going to kill us. And I actually think killing the bird is the better choice here. We can get rid of that. It goes into the Porygon. Porygon is going to take a fair chunk from this hit. This will be Terra Ghost, which means the next turn it's very susceptible to a Sucker Punch. Oh no, it's Terra Normal. This may just be going for raw damage on the Slacking. Its Facade will still do decent damage. But getting rid of that bird is my biggest priority now. I think Annihilate closes the game up from here. We do half health the Porygon, so next turn it does die. And it is the Facade. I actually think I want to set Trick Room up. We could just go for a knockoff to get rid of the Porygon. Or we could go for a double edge into the Ursaluna. Now we could double into the Ursaluna, and if Porygon sets up Trick Room, Annihilate may win from there. I do think actually it is just worth getting rid of the Porygon. So no, I don't want to take any damage from this Ursaluna. We can go for it with a double edge. It won't pick up the kill, but a Sludge Bomb on top won't either. I think it's better we just go for the damage. We'll actually let this Porygon set up Trick Room if it can, or if it wants to. It does just switch, which is fine. So now we may even pick up the kill here, actually. It all depends on speed tease. And we do get something. So that is their Terra gone, and now I think they've pivoted too much. As long as we get rid of the bird this turn, we're in a great shape. It's gonna have to go for Slacking. If it doesn't, I think it's just over. Does go for an attack. It is a close combat into the Slacking. This is actually very good. Now, if Porygon is carrying Ice Beam, we may be in trouble. And that is submitted. Alright, from here it is Annihilate versus Porygon. Annihilate is Assault Vest, and if we get the Taunt off, which will be next turn, it is just over. Assault Vest Annihilate versus a Porygon with no boosts. I imagine it's carrying Terra Blast and then an off-damaging move. So I think no matter what from here, this Porygon is going to be in for a very bad time. And they do just forfeit. So we do lose one, we do win one. I don't think we're going to regain the ground we lost just because this player was so much lower than our ranking. But that is okay. Win is a win. It's always good to have a bit of a mixture. We knew the winning streak couldn't go on for forever. But another solid win. Now, as you're probably all noticing, I'm not using Palafin and Golden Goal a lot. So I do encourage any ideas you have for this team. I would love to hear. I am looking to change the team up a bit now. And refine it just a little bit more. Alright, and we'll see where we end up. Back into the 1890s. So there you go. We didn't move too far down overall. We did end up fairly neutral. So that is good to see. And with that, I will catch you all in the next episode.